Hi guys, Anonymous Acorn here, and today we're doing a little bit of a different video. Instead of a DIY, we're doing a tech review. Now, today's video we're going to do one of the kings of the budget phone industry, which is probably going to be LG, from $60 to $120. Now, this phone has between a 720 between a 1080 frames per second screen. It also has a double tap entering with a back button on the back and the LG symbol and a back speaker, which I personally don't like concerning. I like the front facing speaker because whenever you're trying to watch something, you always have like 3 other people learning about what you're watching because it's broadcasting towards them. Now, on the back, you also see a 13 megapixel camera, and if we pop the back open, which is quite amazing because it is an old phone, we see a micro SD slot, and this phone comes in 16 gigabytes worth of storage, which is also meh. I think I could do with a lot better, but because of the SD slot, you can expand that to 120 gigabytes. Now, behind all of this, we have a motherboard that contains a Snapdragon 425, which is a pretty old model of Snapdragon, but for this budget phone, it's pretty nice. So also you see a 2410 milliamp battery. So let's move to some other. We have the phone out, and just to talk about it a little, it has a GPU of 308 Arduino and an Android version of Nugget 7.1.2, which thank God it has Arduino, just like pretty much all other Android phones and LG phones. I'd yet to figure out one that doesn't use Android that is an LCD model. But let's move to the camera. So just to start it off, we have this multitasking ability, which is quite impressive, and I personally like it a lot more than Apple, which has this up swipe thing, and it gives you this limited version, but here it can give you everything, like everything. So if we go right into the camera app, which is Android Pictures, this is a 13 megapixel camera with a front-facing camera of 6 megapixels. So it's not that bad. So if we take a picture of this, then we take a picture of the camera. So yeah, what's quite amazing also about this camera is it shoots in 1080p video quality, which is super impressive. So right here, I am filming. You have that right there. Yeah. So yeah, that is a pretty impressive video quality. So now let's move into some other specs of the product. Alright guys, so right here we are comparing the two phones. We have the LG Aristo compared to the iPhone 5S. And shout out to my brother for letting me use and compare it. So right here, I powered it off so you can see what the power on screen looks like. Also, this phone was bought by T-Mobile, so you'll see the T-Mobile icon pop up in case you were wondering. Now, right here, the iPhone 5S is a considerably bit more expensive, almost by $60 or $70. Oh, you have that little wing. Compared to the LG Aristo. And that's if you're getting it at the most expensive prices. So now that we've just powered this on, we haven't moved to the front-facing camera. Actually, I forgot how to do the camera now. So let's move to the front-facing camera. So right here, if I pull this up, flip the camera around. Alright, let's take a picture of me and the phone. So guys, this front-facing camera is not impressive in my opinion at all, just because it's a 6 megapixel camera. But then again, what do you expect? Guys, so right now we have the phone all pulled up. Now, if we go right in, no, not there. If we go into a game that I just downloaded, now I've played with it a bit and I have noticed, probably turn the volume, it's called Real Racing 3, New Hill Climb Racing 3. Now, what I've noticed is that it's confusing. So it glitches out a lot and is quite laggy. And in some case scenarios, it will just shut the phone off. Especially if you have other tabs. Right here, I am Max, by the way. I love this game. Oh shoot, I haven't played this in forever. Factory level. Alright guys, so right here, we're playing it. Everything is fine, except you can see occasional lag. Especially when we get into high graphics and where it has to just go really quickly and try to keep up with the frame rate. So yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this tech review of the LG Aristo. Now right here, just to top it off, I'm going to do a preview of basically the entire thing. So yeah, so as I said before, back camera, non-fingerprint sensor on the back, which is sad, but you know what, it's a budget phone, and what can you expect? Alright, 13 megapixel camera, 1 sensor flash, volume buttons on the back. Oh, by the way, it does come with weather. Opal 5-inch screen, virtual home buttons that are on the screen and are not actual real on the thing. Dual facing 6 megapixel camera for the front. And yeah, that tops it off with a 2,140 milliamp battery. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next one. Hit that like button and subscribe.